Hello everybody, a very good evening and a very warm welcome to yet another धमाकेदार फराटेदार and मजेदार session by Embibe. This is Pritesh, your host, your dost and a proud educator, welcoming you to the most sought after chapter of your grade 10, that is control and coordination का one shot. Yes guys, आज पूरे एक shot में यानी कि within 2 hours we'll be finishing the entire chapter control and coordination of your grade 10. So be with me, stay tuned and do not forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. Do not forget to share this video with your friends and school WhatsApp groups and subscribe to the channel because ये है बिल्कुल भी free. हमारा जो Embibe Achieve CBSE 9th and 10th चैनल है वो है बिल्कुल भी फ्री, जैसे कि हमारा Embibe का पेज. यस, हमारा Embibe पेज जहां पर आपको मिलेंगे टेस्ट, असाइनमेंट, स्टडी मटेरियल, क्वेश्चन, सॉल्यूशन, एक्सप्लेनेशन टू सॉल्यूशंस. उसी के साथ साथ आपको मिलेंगी बुक्स, रेफरेंस बुक्स, एनसीईआरटीज इन एनी लैंग्वेज एब्सोल्युटली फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. तो इसलिए Embibe पेज पे जरूर एक विजिट दीजिए, ये भी है बिल्कुल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. एंड गाइज आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट यू टू कनेक्ट विथ अस ऑन आवर टेलीग्राम चैनल. टेलीग्राम का लिंक भी आपको इसके चैट में मिल जाएगा, तो टेलीग्राम पे भी हमारे साथ कनेक्ट कीजिए क्योंकि टेलीग्राम चैनल पे आपको मिलेंगी इस सेशन की पीडीएफ, आपको मिलेंगे क्लासेस के टाइम टेबल और आप अपने डाउट्स भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. सो डू कनेक्ट विथ अस ऑन टेलीग्राम एज वेल. And now let's begin your grade 10 biology chapter, control and coordination. We saw that yesterday we have got the CBSE date sheet, and CBSE date sheet ke according on the 4th of March, on the 4th of March, we have got our science paper. And this chapter, control and coordination, is out of the 5 chapters of biology, which will come for 6 marks. So how many days do we have? Today is the 30th. It is the last working day. Hi Paramveer. Oh my God. Very good evening Paramveer. How are you dear? Welcome to the session. Right? So I would also like to tell you here that 4th of March is your science examination. You have got 6 marks for this particular chapter. है ना? Arthi has helped me with 45 days. जिसमें हमारे पास है 31 days of Jan, 28 days of Feb, 3 days of March and 2 days, 1 day of December. Total हुआ 4 plus 8 12 plus 1 13, 4 and 2 6, 63 days. We have got 63 days Arthi, not 45. 63 days. Jan, Feb, नहीं 63 कैसे हुआ? हाँ बराबर है ना, 31 Jan के and then 31 total and 1 बराबर है. Correct, it is 63 not 45. ठीक है? I am good Paramveer, I am good, thank you so much for asking me. Right? So we will be doing all the chapters of biology, will be scoring well in biology and we will be getting full marks in science. तो 3 days तो आप न्यू ईयर एंड फेस्टिवल्स के लिए रख दीजिए. 60 days, 60 days to 80, 60 days to 80 marks. Let's do a series. Let's do a series. Very good afternoon Tejas, very good evening rather. Let's do a series on 60 days to 80. है ना? We'll do a series where in 60 days we will achieve 80 marks of science, 80 on 80. Right? So let us begin the chapter control and coordination, जहाँ पर हम लोग बात करेंगे ट्रॉपिक मूवमेंट्स की, प्लांट हार्मोन्स की, उसके साथ साथ हम बात करेंगे स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ न्यूरॉन, ह्यूमन नर्वस सिस्टम एंड एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स की. All these topics will be covering in today's class within one shot. ठीक है? Very good evening Pratham. Welcome to the session. So, as you can see over here, ये है हमारे पास छुई मुई, जिसको हम माइमोसा भी कहते हैं. It is also called as touch me not. When you touch the leaflets of mimosa or touch me not, इसके leaflets बंद हो जाते हैं. Hi सुनील, इसके leaflets बंद हो जाते हैं. क्यों होते हैं? It is nothing but a response to stimulus. What is it? It is a response to the stimulus. It is response to stimulus. What do you mean by stimulus? Stimulus means a sudden change in the environment. A sudden change in the environment is called as stimulus. Yes, Mimosa pudica, absolutely right Arathi. Arathi, very good evening Nidhi. Okay, your name is Nidhi. Whenever you are writing a scientific name, you will write the first word capital. माइमोसा तो करेक्ट है, लेकिन प्यूडिका का पी छोटा होगा, प्यूडिका का पी छोटा होगा आरथी, रिमेंबर दैट, ठीक है. सो the stimulus can be sudden light, you know, sudden light in the eyes and we close our eyes, sudden heat, cold, smell, touch, all of these are stimuli. Any change in the environment to which we react is a response to stimulus. Stimulus means change in the environment. Yes Tejas, you are absolutely right, ठीक है. Then tropic movements is the directional growth movement of a plant in response to a stimulus. Like if the shoot is going towards light, it is phototropism. If the root is going towards water, it is hydrotropism, right? When a plant reacts to a touch, that is chemotropism. ठीक है. तो निधि अभी हम यहाँ हैं, so let us learn, grow and evolve together and let us make the world a better place. ठीक है. So tropic movements is the directional growth movement of a plant in response to stimulus. Growth towards the stimulus is positive and growth away from the stimulus is negative. For example, the root is going away from light, that is negative phototropism. The shoot is going towards the light, that is positive phototropism. Yes, we have got phototropism, hydrotropism, chemotropism, geotropism. Let's see all of them. Phototropism is movement towards light. The shoot shows movement towards light, that is phototropism. As you can see over here, how the shoot is moving towards the light, that is phototropism. ठीक है. Geotropism is movement towards gravity. Roots show positive geotropism, shoot shows negative geotropism. ठीक है. Then the next we have got as chemotropism, movement towards chemicals. When we touch Mimosa pudica, that is a response to the chemical change and that is why they close, that is chemotropism. Hydrotropism is movement towards water and thigmotropism is movement towards a touch. Like you know, the tendrils of a pea plant or the tendrils of climbers, they entwine themselves around a support, that is thigmotropism. ठीक है. कोई बात नहीं निधि, ये जो एम्बाइब अचीव सीबीएसई 9th and 10th का चैनल है, यहाँ पर हमारे पास ग्रेड 9th भी है, ग्रेड 10th भी है. एम्बाइब का एक नया चैनल भी है, एम्बाइब अचीव क्लास 6 to 8, जहाँ पे हम लोग ने 8th स्टैंडर्ड भी स्टार्ट कर दिया है. 9th का लाइव कल था निधि, 9th का लाइव मैंने कल ही लिया है. आई हैव टॉट द चैप्टर्स टिश्यूज, कल हमने टिश्यूज के एमसीक्यूज किए हैं. ठीक है. सो वी हैव गॉट फोटोट्रोपिज्म, hydrotropism, geotropism, thigmotropism and your chemotropism. So these are the 5 type of tropic movements seen in plants, right? Now, what about the hormones? So the hormones are the chemical messengers of the body, whether it is in plant body or animal body, hormones are the chemical messengers. These hormones take care of fruit ripening, these hormones take care of the leaves, these hormones take care of the growth. Basically they are taking care of the entire plant. So these are the chemical messengers of the plant. ठीक है. They control the activities of the living organism and their growth. They are functional and in small concentration at the remote site from their production. ठीक है. So wherever they are, whenever they are secreted in very very tiny quantities. ठीक है. Number 1 we have got auxin. Auxins are at the shoot tip. They help the plant to grow longer and they are involved in tropic movements of the plant. The plant moving towards light, the plant moving towards water, the plant moving towards gravity, the plant responding to chemicals, the plant responding to touch, all of this, the height of the plant, that is controlled by auxins. ठीक है. So auxin is your first hormone. Second hormone we have is gibberellin. Gibberellin is helping in the growth of the stem. The plant becoming nice and healthy and plumpy, that is because of the gibberellin. Yes, you guys already know we have got cytokinins, abscisic acid and ethylene as well. So these are the next ones. Cytokinins. Cytokinins, they help in cell division. They also are present in greater concentration in fruits and seeds. For the growth of the fruit, for the germination of the seed, we need cytokinins. Right, Galax, you are right. Abscisic acid is reverse hormone. It stops the growth. It causes wilting of leaves and it is also called as stress hormone. Whenever the plant is not getting enough water, enough food, auxin will stop the growth because more the growth, more the need of food and water. जब plant की growth बढ़ती जाती है तो उसे पानी और खाने की ज़रूरत होती है. तो ऑक्सिन क्या करता है, ऑक्सिन प्लांट को एक स्ट्रेस कंडीशन में ले आता है जिससे प्लांट की ग्रोथ नहीं होती है, और ग्रोथ ना होने की वजह से प्लांट को फूड वाटर की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है, एंड इसलिए हम एब्सिसिक एसिड को स्ट्रेस हार्मोन भी बोल सकते हैं। ठीक है, एंड आखिरी हमारा इथाइलिन जो एक गैशियस हार्मोन है, और ये आर्टिफिशियल राइपनिंग ऑफ फ्रूट्स में हेल्प करता है। इट प्रमोट्स सेनेसेंस एंड एब्सिशन ऑफ लीव्स। अब ये जो इथाइलिन है ये क्या करता है, तो बिकॉज ऑफ द हाई डिमांड ऑफ बनानास, तो मैं आपको एक बहुत ही सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ बनाना का। तो बनाना एक ऐसा फ्रूट है जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिमांड में है, रोज़ लोग उसे रोज़ खाना पसंद करते हैं और खाना भी चाहिए, बिकॉज बनाना हैज़ हाई पोटेशियम लेवल्स। बनाना इज़ वेरी गुड एज द फर्स्ट मील ऑफ द डे। बनाना इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी गुड फॉर बैलेंसिंग योर हार्मोनल चेंजेस, राइट। तो इतनी ज़्यादा डिमांड है बनाना की कि उस डिमांड को मीट करने के लिए जो फार्मर्स होते हैं वो रॉ बनाना को ही ट्री से तोड़ देते हैं। They just pluck, they harvest the raw bananas from the trees, from the banana plants, and they secrete, they use ethylene to ripen banana artificially. तो बनानास को रॉ ही ट्रीज से प्लक किया जाता है और इथाइलिन की मदद से बनानास को राइपन किया जाता है। Not only banana, there are so many fruits out there, so many vegetables out there which are injected with artificial or external hormones to make the vegetable and the fruit ripen faster. So ethylene is one such hormone which is used for artificial ripening of fruits. It's a gaseous hormone. It's a gaseous hormone. ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं and we will talk about see ethylene. How is it working? Can you see? ये एक एप्पल है, यहाँ पे इथाइलिन की मदद से वो एक पके हुए एप्पल ने बाकी सारे एप्पल्स को भी राइप कर दिया। ठीक है, देन हियर इज अ क्वेश्चन, द मूवमेंट ऑफ द शूट टुवर्ड्स लाइट इज कॉल्ड जियोट्रोपिज्म, हाइड्रोट्रोपिज्म, केमोट्रोपिज्म या फोटोट्रोपिज्म। मूवमेंट ऑफ द शूट टुवर्ड्स लाइट, जब एक शूट लाइट की तरफ जाता है उसको हम कौन सा ट्रॉपिक मूवमेंट बोलेंगे, जियो, हाइड्रो, केमो या फोटो? आरती has given the answers. What about others? Yes, definitely Tejas, definitely it does. जब आप प्लांट्स को या मतलब जैसे सब्जियां हो या फ्रूट्स को जब आप उनको बहुत ज़्यादा आर्टिफिशियल हार्मोन्स देते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं उनकी न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू ज़रूर अफेक्ट हो जाती है. सो इट डेफिनेटली अफेक्ट्स द फूड, द न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू इट अफेक्ट्स. Galax has also told it is D. Pratham has told it is D. What about Tejas? Come on, quick, Feviquick. आपको क्या लगता है इसका जवाब क्या है? I'll give you 30 seconds. Come on. चलो, you all have answered as phototropism. Let's see whether that is the correct answer or not. Absolutely right. Very good, very good, very good, very good. कन्नड़ा में बोलेंगे तुम्बा चनागिदे. Very nice, great answer. ठीक है, here we have got. ठीक है, so phototropism is the correct answer. Phototropism is the movement of the shoot towards the light. When the shoot moves towards light, वो है positive phototropism and the roots will show negative phototropism, right? A beautiful animation over here showing the movement of the shoot towards light. ठीक है, very beautiful. Hi Carbon, very good evening. चलिए आगे बढ़ेंगे. Next question. The main function of abscisic acid in plants is to. What is the main function of abscisic acid, which is a hormone? Increase the length, promote cell division, stop growth or promote growth of stem. How many language I know, Tejas? So I'll tell you. I know, okay, hi Devki Devi. Very good evening, welcome. So Aarti has answered, Devki Devi has answered, Tejas has answered. What about Galax? Galax has also answered, Pratham has also answered. Very good. तो आप लोगों ने जवाब तो दे दिया है. In the meanwhile, I'll tell you, Tejas answering your question कि मुझे कितने languages आते हैं. So I know Hindi, I know English, I know Marathi very well. I know Punjabi, I know Gujarati, I know Bengali, and I know Kannada, not completely, but I can say I can speak 40% and I can understand 85% because I've been in Bangalore since 5 years. So yeah, anyway, Paramveer, very good, very good. Please repeat negative phototropism. So carbon, negative phototropism is moving away from light. Photo means light, tropism is growth. Phototropism is growth towards light. Now who does not grow towards light is negative phototropism. और प्लांट में ऐसा कौन सा पार्ट है जो लाइट से अवे जाता है? रूट्स, क्योंकि रूट्स तो जमीन के नीचे हैं, तो रूट्स विल शो नेगेटिव फोटोट्रोपिज्म, वेयर एज योर शूट विल शो नेगेटिव जियोट्रोपिज्म, क्योंकि शूट धरती से अवे जा रहा है, रूट धरती के तरफ जा रहे हैं, तो रूट विल शो पॉजिटिव जियोट्रोपिज्म, शूट विल शो नेगेटिव जियोट्रोपिज्म. सिमिलरली शूट विल शो positive phototropism and root will show negative phototropism. Clear? Clear? Yes, Devki, मैंने पंजाबी भी on दी है. चलो, so you all have given inhibit growth as the answer. Absolutely right. एकदम सही, एकदम बढ़िया, सही जवाब दिया है आप सभी ने. Right? चलिए, अब एब्सिसिक एसिड को हम स्ट्रेस हार्मोन भी बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये ग्रोथ को कहीं ना कहीं रोकता है. It is a key plant hormone that mediates the plant's response to abiotic stress. It is also known as stress hormone because it inhibits growth. It stimulates the closing of the stomata so that transpiration does not happen, and it also causes wilting of leaves. ये तो बहुत ही चंगी गल है देव की, right? So it also inhibits it inhibits growth and it causes wilting of leaves. क्योंकि अगर leaves होंगे तो transpiration होगा तो वाटर लॉस होगा. तो एब्सिसिक एसिड क्या करता है? लीव्स को सुखा देता है ताकि ट्रांसपीरेशन ही ना हो. ठीक है? हाँ, थैंक यू देवकी. आई नो बहुत लैंग्वेजेस आती हैं मुझे बिकॉज आई हैव बीन एक्सपोज टू सो मेनी लैंग्वेजेस सिंस अ वेरी यंग एज, एंड कन्नड़ा आई पिक्ड अप आफ्टर लिविंग इन बैंगलोर. सो या I like to learn more and more languages. ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं and we talk about control and coordination in plants. Control and coordination in animals. Sorry, plants तो हमारा हो गया. Now we'll do control and coordination in animals. Now when we are talking about control and coordination in animals, here there are two systems that we have to learn, and that is your nervous system as well as your endocrine system. Nervous system में हमारे पास है your central nervous system, your peripheral nervous system and your autonomic nervous system. Central nervous system में हमारे पास आता है your brain and the spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system में आपके पास आती है आपकी सारी nerves, जिनमें है हमारे पास cranial nerves and spinal nerves. And autonomic nervous system में आपके पास आता है sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Endocrine system की अगर हम बात करें तो यहाँ पे आपके पास आएंगे सारे hormones and glands. And ये जो अंकल हैं हमारे साथ यहाँ पर, can you see? This is a human figure that is present. You can see all the different arteries and veins over here, right? These are not the nerves, these are the arteries and veins. We'll be discussing about all the different kinds of, yeah, you can see. These are the spinal and the cranial nerves. They are not arteries and veins. You can see over here. See? So from the brain there are cranial nerves coming. From the spine there are spinal nerves coming. ठीक है? So that all the nerves are a part of the peripheral nervous system. Autonomic nervous system में we'll be talking about how a particular nervous system excites us, how a particular nervous system relaxes us. That is the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. And central nervous system में we'll be talking about the brain and the spinal cord. ठीक है? What is the difference between spinal cord and vertebral column? That also will be understanding. चलो, moving on. We have got the neuron. So we begin with the neuron, which is the functional unit of the nervous system. Just like the entire human body is made of cells, the the respiratory system का functional unit है alveoli, excretory system का functional unit है आपके nephron. Similarly, the functional unit of the nervous system is neuron. Neuron is also the longest cell of the human body. ठीक है? They carry signals. They are the longest cell. They have dendrites, cell body and axon. तो यहाँ पे you can see this is the neuron. As you can see, this central part, the flat part is the cell body or the cyton. इसको हम बोलेंगे cell body या cyton. And यहाँ पे these hair-like structures are the dendrites. This long stem is the axon, and these are the axon terminals. So we have got cell body. I'll just turn it a little. Cell body also called as cyton, the dendrites, the long axon. This yellow color things are the myelin sheath, and this is the axon terminal. It is the longest cell of the human body, and जो special feature है neuron का is that neuron cannot divide. Neuron is a non-dividing cell. अगर neuron को कोई भी चोट लगती है, if the neuron gets damaged or injured, then it is a permanent damage. It cannot be healed because neurons cannot divide. Because neurons cannot divide. ठीक है? Yes, Tejas. Then they contain nucleus, neurofibrils and other cell organelles. They also the cell body is also called as cyton, perichorion और soma. तो ये जो आपकी सेल बॉडी है, इसको हम साइटोन भी बोल सकते हैं, इसको हम पेरिकैरियन भी बोल सकते हैं और इसको हम सोमा भी बोल सकते हैं. ठीक है? Then its granular cytoplasm is called neuroplasm. It contains large spherical centrally placed nucleus with a single nucleolus, lots of mitochondria, and for the energy. Nissel's granules are a number of small basophilic granules formed of rough ER with ribosomes and are sites of protein synthesis. So here we have got in the cytoplasm, we have got lots of mitochondria, we have got the Nissel's granules, we have got the nucleus with a nucleolus. So what is the part of the Schwann cell? Yes, Tejas, you are right. ठीक है? So cell body है जिसका दूसरा नाम है साइटोन, पेरिकैरियन और सोमा. साइटोप्लाज्म है जिसमें हमारे पास है न्यूक्लियस, न्यूक्लियोलस, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है एंड निसेल्स ग्रैन्यूल्स हैं. ठीक है? दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द न्यूरॉन. Then dendrites are tree-like structures which that extend away from the cell body to receive impulses. They conduct nerve impulse towards the cell body. Axon is very long cylindrical process of uniform diameter. It arises from a conical projection called axon hillock of the cyton. The branches at the end of the axon are called telodendria. तो ये जो हमारे पास एरिया है, ये जो हमारे पास एरिया है, इसको हम बोलते हैं axon hillock. This area is called as axon hillock. ठीक है? And the end of the axon is called telodendria. The axon terminal यहाँ पर हमारे पास है telodendria. ठीक है? So axon hillock, telodendria, cyton and dendrites. Now we'll be learning about the other parts. Yes. Hello Bedabrat Das. Kemon achen tumi? So the structure of a neuron is super important. It's very easy to draw the neuron. How you will draw the neuron is, you will just draw it like this. Done. Neuron is done. Axon terminal, myelin sheath, axon, cyton, dendrites. Done. बहुत easy है. ठीक है? Then we move further ahead and we talk about the synaptic knobs which contain mitochondria and secretory vesicles. Synapses is the junction of between the terminal of one neuron and the beginning of the next neuron. Myelin sheath, it is an insulation covered around the axon and speed up signal transmission. Now yes Tejas, I'll be reading. Now मैं एकदम ठीक हूँ ABC, welcome. Now every neuron will not have a myelin sheath. Every neuron will not have a myelin sheath. Only where the impulse is supposed to travel very, very quick, there we will have a myelin sheath. So myelin sheath basically increases the it increases the efficiency of a neuron for transmitting impulse. Synapse or synapse, it is a junction of two neurons where two neurons meet. जहाँ पर दो न्यूरॉन मिलते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं सिनैप्स. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पर होता है केमिकल एक्सचेंज, यहाँ पर होता है exchange of potassium and sodium ions, and here we also have acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter that plays a very important role in the transmission of the impulse. Impulse को अगर हमें simple language में बोलना है तो हम क्या बोलेंगे? Impulse को we will call as messages. ठीक है. So to transfer messages, to transfer signals, to transfer impulse from one neuron to the other, there is a junction point called as the synapse. ठीक है. Presynaptic knob, postsynaptic knob, and this is the synapse or synapse, you can call it anything. Next, in a synapse the chemical signal is transferred from, ये बहुत easy है. ठीक है. In a synapse the chemical signal is transferred from dendritic end of one neuron to the axonal end of other neuron, axon to the cell body of the same neuron, cell body to axonal end of the same neuron, axonal end of one neuron to the dendritic end of other neuron. How is it transferred? How is it transferred? What do you think? A, B, C or D? Think and answer. Don't be in a hurry. Think and answer. Chaliye, I'll give you 30 seconds. Only Galax has answered. Paramveer, Namdev, Tejas, last 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all of you are saying D. Let's see whether D is the correct answer or not. Absolutely right. So axon is transferred from, the impulse is transferred from axonal end to the dendrite. So from axon to dendrite, if I have to draw it, how will I draw it? So it will be from here the impulse goes to here, and that is why your D is the correct answer. ठीक है. ठीक है. Neurotransmitter, Bedabrat, neurotransmitters are chemicals like acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, I'll just write it for you. So it is acetylcholine. It is a neurotransmitter that helps in the transmission, that helps in the faster and the effective transmission of impulse. ठीक है. So that is why neurotransmitters are also something that help in the transmission of impulse. So synapse or synapse is the point of contact. It is a part where electrical signal is converted into chemical for onward transmission to the next neuron. Chalo. Now, as I told you about the nervous system, we have got central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and we have got brain and the spinal cord under central. Under peripheral we have got somatic and autonomic. Under autonomic nervous system we have got sympathetic and parasympathetic. This we have already done. ठीक है. This we have already done. ठीक है. Yes, Pritu Bhaiya lover, I understood. I found out that you are the same person. ठीक है. So this is the structure of your brain. This is the structure of the brain. This entire is the frontal lobe, also called as the cerebrum, which occupies maximum part of the brain. You have got the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, again having different functions. There is one Broca's area for the speech, there is one area for vision, there is one area for hearing, there is one area for understanding. All your feelings are also a part of the frontal lobe. ठीक है. The cortex is the inner part. Then you have got corpus callosum. Corpus callosum are a band of networks that attach both the spheres of the brain, both the hemispheres of the brain. The brain has got two hemispheres, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. These both are attached to each other with the help of corpus callosum. Okay? Then you have got the midbrain, pons, medulla and the cerebellum. Cerebellum controls all your whenever a person is under the influence of alcohol or any kind of sedative, the person is not able to walk correctly. That is because of the the alcohol. It directly affects your cerebellum. Okay? And then you have got the pons and the medulla oblongata, which are a part of the brain. Okay? So if we see the forebrain, we have got cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. Cerebrum is having two hemispheres concerned with perception of sensory impulse, voluntary movement, memory, thoughts, reasoning ability. Each cerebral hemisphere contains a frontal, parietal, temporal and occipital lobes. So maximum part, I am coming to that Pratham, maximum part of your brain, more than 80% is your cerebrum. Thalamus is an ovoid mass of grey matter, functions as a relay center for sensory impulse and response to pain. And hypothalamus, it is very important for maintaining the body temperature. It is an aggregation of specialized nuclei and regulate many visceral activities. It performs emotional and instinctual functions. Your hypothalamus is also responsible for maintaining the body temperature. This is a very common and a very important question for your board exams. The part of the brain that controls the body temperature, it is hypothalamus. It is hypothalamus. ठीक है? चलिए. Next we have got your midbrain and the hindbrain. So midbrain is pons, which connects the cerebellum with the cerebrum. It stimulates muscles for controlling eye movement, leg shape, pupil diameter and movement of head towards the source of sound. Your hindbrain mein we have got medulla, cerebellum and again pons. ठीक है? Medulla, posterior part, continues as the spinal cord, has control over number of centers such as cardiac center, respiratory system and secretion of saliva. Your involuntary activities, your heartbeat, your digestion, your respiration, your breathing, your secretion of saliva. So basically all your involuntary functions are concerned with the medulla. Talking about pons before we go to cerebellum, it conducts medium, it is the medium between cerebellum and medulla. It has reflex centers for breathing and vital functions. And cerebellum is responsible for maintaining equilibrium and posture. So there are two kinds of equilibriums in the body, dynamic and static. Whether you are standing straight or you are tilted, whether you are upside down or you are erect, all of that is understood and processed by the cerebellum. It coordinates and controls the movements of muscles in actions while walking or running. And that is why again, it is a very important question that comes in the exam. Very important question that comes in the exam is, whenever a person is under the influence of alcohol, it directly affects the cerebellum, and that is why the person walks clumsily, because cerebellum controls your walking and posture. So whenever a person is under the influence of alcohol, the person cannot walk straight. The person just stumbles. It is because it directly affects your cerebellum, and cerebellum is responsible for your walking and running and body posture. ठीक है? Medulla and pons, they control involuntary activities, जैसे कि your heartbeat, your breathing, your secretion of saliva, है ना? That all is controlled by the medulla and the pons. Midbrain, it is connection between cerebellum and the cerebrum. ठीक है? So this is your midbrain, hindbrain and the forebrain. Got it? टेलीग्राम में नहीं मिलते हैं गैलेक्स, तो लेट मी नो, आई विल पुट इट अप ऑन द टेलीग्राम. ठीक है? इफ यू डोंट गेट इट, जस्ट लेट मी नो. Just read this once. I'll give you 1 minute for each. Please read it carefully, read each and every word. It's very important. You don't need to make a note of it. You'll get it after the session, Galax. You don't need to make a note of it because these notes you will get it. चलो, now moving on to midbrain and hindbrain. एक बार इसे भी पढ़ लेंगे हम अच्छे से, ठीक है. Again I'll give you 1 minute, read this carefully. Done? Done? Perfect. And now we move ahead and we do a question. Very easy question. Posture and balance of the body is controlled by dash. Who controls the posture and balance of the body? Is it the cerebrum, bellum, medulla or pons? The one that gets affected under the influence of alcohol. Very easy. Galax, Pratham, Arathi, ABC, Tejas. Come on. Very easy. Beta Brab. What is the answer? Is it cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla or pons? What affects the posture and the balance of the body? Easy peasy, Japanesey. Chaliye, jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Give it a try. Very good. Hi Amna, very good evening. So Hamna says cerebellum, Pratham says cerebellum. Where are others? Galax, Arathi. Chalo, quick, very quick. Okay, Galax says that it's medulla. Okay. I'll give you 20 seconds. 20. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So going with the majority, that is Pratham and Hamna, your cerebellum is the correct answer. Cerebellum becomes the correct answer because cerebellum controls the posture and the walking. Okay? So cerebellum is something which is the second largest part. It coordinates movement, maintains posture, balance, and it is also very important for motor processes. Okay? So Galax, Arathi, Hamna, Pratham, all of them had answered cerebellum. Now we talk about reflex action. So what is a reflex action? Reflex action is a sudden response to the stimuli. ठीक है, अगर मैं आपको तुरंत मतलब एक लाइन में अगर बताना है तो it is a immediate response to the stimuli. A quick, sudden and immediate response to the stimulus is called reflex action, like knee jerk, withdrawal of hand on touching a hot object, and the reflex arc is the path. How is the reflex arc? Effector, receptor, sensory neuron, association neuron, motor neuron, effector. That is the reflex arc. ठीक है? So you can see over here that how when it came in contact with a hot object, immediately it pulled back its hand. Suppose you are sitting and watching this session and suddenly your friend or sibling, whoever, just does like this in front of you. You'll be like this, right? Or suppose you're sitting in your classroom in school and your friend just pokes you a pen or a pencil. What will you do? You'll be like, are you mad? Or you'll be like, what? Or you'll be like, you'll poke him back, right? So what you suddenly do, what will be your immediate response? That is the reflex action. That is the reflex action. ठीक है? Conditioned and unconditioned reflex. Conditioned reflex are one which, you know, like swallowing is which you have learnt. ठीक है? and unconditioned is, which you learn over the period of time in life. That is unconditioned, like acquired reflex and inherited reflex. Which is the correct sequence of components of the reflex arc? So I already told you once what is the reflex arc. So what do you think happens? Is it receptor, muscle, sensory, motor, spinal, or receptor, motor, spinal, sensory, muscle, or receptor, spinal, sensory, motor, muscle, or receptor, sensor, spinal, motor, muscle? Basically it has to be one part of your body is getting the impulse, it is passing through your body, and then your body is reacting to it. So that should be the answer. I'll give you 1 minute for this because this is a little complicated. Pratham has already given me the answer, that is very good. Galax has also given me the answer, but still I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, your time starts now. Chaliye, 1 minute. Okay, ready? Only Pratham and Galax have given me the answers. What about others? Come on, Arathi, Betabrab, where are you? Okay, so going with them, going with Pratham and Galax, yes, D is your answer. Why? Because how the answer goes is, first you have got the receptor organ which receives the impulse. Suppose this is a pin that is being poked. This will go to the sensory neuron will give it to the association neuron will give it to the motor neuron will give it to the effector cell, and that is how your reflex arc takes place. ठीक है? Receptor, sensory neuron, association neuron, motor neuron, effector cell, sorry. ठीक है? चलो. Then the solution we have done, see here it is given, touch response, 1/10 of a second. 1/10 of a second में this entire cycle happens. Interneuron is also called as association neuron. ठीक है? चलो. Now we talk about your endocrine system. So endocrine system is something that deals with your endocrine glands, which are also called as ductless glands or tubeless glands, and their secretions. Their secretions are nothing but hormones. Hormones are the chemical messengers of the body. They act away from their point of secretion directly to the target site. Also, they transport through the blood and they are secreted in very less quantities. Any hormone, if it is over or under secreted, it causes major disorders. So what are the characteristics of hormones? Number 1, chemical messengers of the body. Number 2, they act away from their source of secretion. Number 3, they are secreted in very small quantities. Number 4, they travel through the blood. Number 5, if they are over or under secreted, they cause major disorders. 5 characteristics of hormones, 3-mark question, you are sorted. 3 marks के लिए आ सकता है ये. Write a short note on hormones and you have 5 points. You have 5 points. What is the point number 1? Point number 1, they are chemical messengers of the body. Point number 2 क्या है? They act away from the source of secretion. Point number 3 क्या है? They travel through the blood. Point number 4 क्या है? कि they are secreted in very less quantities. Point number 5 क्या है? Even if they are over or under secreted, it causes major disorders in the body. ठीक है? These are the 5 points about your hormones. You can see over here, these are the different endocrine glands. You have got hypothalamus, pineal gland, the thymus gland, the pancreas, adrenal gland, testes in males and ovaries in females. ठीक है, these are your different endocrine glands. So female में thyroid, your thyroid gland secretes thyroxine, your adrenal gland secretes adrenaline, pancreas and ovaries. Ovaries are responsible for the secretion of estrogen and progesterone. Similarly, in males, we have got the thyroid gland, the adrenaline, the pancreas and the testes which secrete testosterone. ठीक है, the different endocrine glands and their secretions. So, hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is responsible for secreting the releasing hormone and the growth inhibiting hormones. It regulates secretion of pituitary hormones, the target sided pituitary gland. So, the hypothalamus gives the orders or gives the instruction to the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is called as the master endocrine glands because it controls all the other endocrine glands of the body. What do you call the pituitary gland? We call it as the master endocrine gland. Now, it secretes the growth hormone which is responsible for the body growth. If the growth hormone is secreted too much, it can cause gigantism or acromegaly. If the growth hormone is secreted less, it causes dwarfism or cretinism. Thyroid gland secretes thyroxine, triiodothyronine and thyrocalcitonin. ठीक है, responsible for metabolic rate, RBC formation and regulating calcium levels. It affects the body tissues. Adrenal gland located on the top of kidneys in the form of cap, they secrete adrenaline and noradrenaline and corticoids. Adrenaline and noradrenaline is also called as epinephrine and norepinephrine. They are responsible for alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, sweating and heartbeat. Also affects the body tissues. Read this table. We have dealt with 4 glands: hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid and adrenal. ये रहे उनके hormones, ये रहे उनके functions और ये रही उनकी target site. Read it. I will give you 1 minute. ठीक है? Galaxy, I'll let the team know about it. Don't worry, you will get it. Just let me know once you are done reading. Chalo. Moving on to the next. Pancreas. Pancreas secrete insulin which is responsible for controlling the blood glucose level and glucagon which maintains the glucose level and the gluconeogenesis. It regulates the glucose homeostasis, stimulates glycogenesis, controls carbohydrate metabolism, again reacts on the body tissues. Testes secrete testosterone and androgens responsible for secondary sexual characters in males, right? And they again affect the body tissues. The ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone responsible for secondary sexual characters in females and supports pregnancy, affects the female body tissues. So, in short, we have got hypothalamus, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, testes and ovaries. 7 endocrine glands, their hormones, their functions and their target site. Read this as well. This chapter, control and coordination, is a little lengthy and it has got a lot of things to know, but then it's okay, we'll do it. If you are not able to understand anything, let me know. चलो, select the mismatched pair. Select the mismatched pair. Adrenaline pituitary, testosterone testes, estrogen ovary, thyroxine thyroid gland. Sir, thyroid gland is responsible for basal metabolic rate. प्रथम basal metabolic rate. ठीक है, basal metabolic rate. Shiva Kumar, we are here teaching you your grade 10 chapter absolutely free of cost on YouTube. Embibe page is also completely free of cost, where you are getting anything and everything that a student can ask for. So please watch your words and don't come on this channel to spread any kind of negativity, right? Because we are absolutely proud of what we are doing. ठीक है, so got it. Pituitary thyroid gland का आपको function चाहिए था. It is for controlling the basal metabolic rate. ठीक है, okay. So what is the answer to this? What is the answer to this? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Most of you are saying A. Let me see. Absolutely correct. ठीक है, can you tell me what will be the correct pair if adrenaline and pituitary is the wrong pair? What will be the correct pair? What will be the correct pair for this? What will be the correct pair for this? What does pituitary gland secrete? Can you tell me what does? Very good, Galax. Absolutely right. It is the growth hormone. And adrenaline is secreted by? Adrenaline is secreted by? Very good, Pratham. बहुत बढ़िया. Adrenaline is secreted by? And I am super proud of you, Shiva Kumar, that you have such good values. But don't come on some, some new platform and spread negativity. Very good, Galax. Very good. ठीक है, चलो. Also guys, I would like to tell you a little bit about the locations of this particular glands. So your hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, they are located in your, they are a part of the brain. They are a part of the brain. Your thyroid gland is located in the throat. ठीक है, it is a butterfly shaped gland. Your adrenal glands are located on the top of your kidney. Ovaries are present in females, testes are present in males. Pancreas are a part of your digestive system. They also help in the process of digestion by secreting enzymes like lipase, trypsin and your amylase. ठीक है, so pituitary, your pancreas is both endocrine as well as exocrine. So adrenal hormone is secreted by the adrenaline hormone is secreted by adrenal gland located on the top of the kidneys. You can see they are cap-like structures. You have got adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex, right? Chalo. Now talking about feedback mechanism. Talking about feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism is a mechanism of the body to maintain the level of hormones in the body in the desired limits. An increase or decrease in the level triggers feedback mechanism. For example, if your body is not able to carry out metabolism, the brain will know. The pituitary gland will give instruction to the thyroid gland to secrete more thyroxine. Once the thyroxine levels become normal in the body, the pituitary gland will now tell the thyroid gland to stop secreting over thyroxine. So that is called as the feedback mechanism. So your brain, your entire body and your brain, it is very, very nicely working in sync with each other. It is like a very well functioning factory where everything is so perfect that it does not let go anything wrong. ठीक है, so if metabolism is not happening, the brain will tell the thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine. If metabolism is happening properly, the brain will tell the thyroid gland to stop secreting thyroxine. ठीक है. Hi Priyanshi, very good evening. Right. So negative feedback involves a response that is the reverse of the change detected. A change is detected by a receptor and effector is activated to induce an opposite effect. It promotes equilibrium. Example, suppose blood sugar level, insulin lowers blood sugar levels. When levels are high, glucagon raises blood glucose when levels are low. So basically, you know how insulin works. When there is too much glucose in the body, the insulin will secrete more to convert glucose to glucagon. Similarly, when the body glucose levels is low, the same glucagon converts to glucose. So, you know, as I told you, it is a perfect sync. Sir, what happens when cerebrum is destroyed? Death, because cerebrum is associated with everything. It is your forebrain. And if there is a damage to the cerebrum, so it depends on what part of the cerebrum is damaged. For example, if somebody meets with an accident and the Broca's area is damaged, the person will not be able to speak. You know, if the occipital lobe is damaged, the person will not be able to see. If the, you know, so it depends on what part of the cerebrum is damaged. There are different parts in your cerebrum. But if you are saying it is destroyed, then obviously death. So there is also a positive feedback. Positive feedback involves a response that reinforces the change. A change is detected by receptor, effector, blah blah blah. Positive feedback loops will continue to amplify the initial stage until stimulus is removed. Example, childbirth. Stretching of the uterine wall causes contraction and further stretch the wall. This continues until the birthing occurs. So you know, once the child is coming out, the vagina or the birth canal will stretch and it will keep on stretching till the time the baby is out. Okay? So that is positive feedback. That is positive feedback. Okay? Chalo. So that is how it works. Okay, so that brings us to the end. So what all did we do today? Today we learnt about the central nervous system. We learnt about the brain and the spinal cord. We learnt about the peripheral nervous system, where there are all the nerves. You have got spinal nerves, cranial nerves. We learnt about neuron, structure of neuron, reflex arc, reflex action. We learnt also about the autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system will always calm you down. For example, if you have had a fight and your heart is racing, your mouth has turned dry, your mouth will again become wet by saliva secretion, your heartbeat will become normal. All that is parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system will excite you. It will stop your digestion, it will increase your heartbeat, it will constrict your pupils, it will dry your mouth, whereas parasympathetic nervous system will do completely opposite to bring you back to normal. It is a part of your autonomic nervous system, right? Then we learnt about your endocrine glands, the different glands, their secretions, what do they secrete, how does it affect you, that also I told you. Okay? Like insulin, if insulin is not secreted in proper quantity, it causes diabetes. Okay? Diabetes is uncontrolled glucose of the blood, right? So you take insulin injections. Now, can anybody tell me over here that why insulin is taken in the form of injection and why can't you take insulin orally? Can anyone tell me why can insulin not be taken orally? हम इंसुलिन की टैबलेट क्यों नहीं लेते या इंसुलिन पी क्यों नहीं सकते? Why insulin is given directly into the blood and not through the mouth? Think and answer. Why do you think is the reason? What do you think is the reason for that? Anybody give it a try. If you're wrong, it's very nice. Yes, Calix, because if you take insulin orally, it will get digested and it won't be able to work. So insulin is given into the blood so that it will control the blood glucose level. Okay? If you take insulin orally in the form of a tablet or a liquid or a syrup, it will get digested and it won't work. Okay? Chalo. And then with that we come to the end. In 1 hour, actually in 1 hour we finish the entire chapter, right? We did control and coordination. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Don't tell me in the chat, tell me in the comment section if you have any doubts about this chapter and I'll respond. ठीक है, to your doubts. So guys, thank you so much for staying with me for throughout this 1 hour and answering so actively. If you have enjoyed this class, do not forget to let me know that in the comment section below. Do give this video a big fat thumbs up. Also share this video with your friends in school WhatsApp groups and subscribe to the channel because it's absolutely free. And pay a visit to the Embibe page because it is your one-stop destination where you get anything and everything that a student can ever ask for. Tests, assignment, study material, question solution, explanation to solution, books, reference books, NCRTs, everything. And okay, so guys, we will not be ending this here. We have a lot more to discuss about that. Will end over here. But we have got a lot more to discuss. How? So we have got a lot more to discuss in the form of questions. We have got a lot more to discuss in the form of MCQs and riddles. So that I'll be continuing with you. So we will take a small break of say a minute and then we'll continue the session. Okay? So don't go anywhere. Galax, Pratham, Carbon, everyone just stay here. Just we'll take a small break of 30 to 40 seconds. Okay? So just give me a break. So after a discussion we decided कि control और coordination दोनों हमने आज बहुत ज़्यादा कर लिया, mind को भी control कर लिया and coordination भी कर लिया. तो what we'll do is I'll give you a break for today and we will end this here. So we will end the control and coordination one shot over here, but I'll be coming next week with MCQs of this particular chapter. That day we'll be doing only the MCQs of control and coordination. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed the session, and if you did, do give this video a big fat thumbs up. Share this video with your friends and school WhatsApp groups and subscribe to the channel because it's absolutely free. Until we meet next, this is Pritesh, your host, your dose and a proud educator from Embibe. Signing off for now. Take care of yourself. God bless you. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed, and do not forget to keep imbibing.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.